Hi guys, in this video I am going to show you how I revamped one of my older lace wigs. I've had this lace wig for about 6 months. I made it myself. It was just an experiment, you know, as a wig maker. Sometimes with the leftover hair I just get creative with it and just sew everything together, either curl it or straighten it. So with this one, it was some leftover hair which I had, different textures of curl. I sewed it all together, cut a lace frontal into a 5x5 and voila. So yeah, here what I am doing is I have the Wella Blondiplex and the Wella Peroxide 40%, also known as 12% volume, and I mix it 4-4, so 4 scoops with 4 scoops of powder with 4 scoops of peroxide, and mix it thoroughly, as you can see me doing here. This mixture should not be liquidy, it should be pretty thick, you know, the texture that you would use if you're gonna bleach your lace frontal, that type of thickness. That's what we're looking for here, that whipped cream type of texture. So as you can see, what I have to do, there's no particular order in doing this. Obviously I wanted to keep my roots as dark as possible. I wanted to create this type of fade, so the hair's a natural blackish color, dark brown, so I didn't go right up to the roots, especially not in the beginning anyway. But when I did get closer to the top, I made sure that the way I pasted it would make it go from this 1B and then to that ombre blondish color, and then into the color 27/30. That's what I wanted. So I'm just pasting on the hair bleach onto the hair. I don't have any finesse when it comes to me, you know, bleaching hair and stuff like that. Yes, I can do it the professional way and use the brush and stuff, but sometimes it's just time consuming, and obviously this is my own unit, so I can kind of do what I want. So I just got my fingers right in there and started to paste it and paste it and paste it, as you can see. So in order to get the look which I've created, this is what I expect you to do. Just paste that, sorry for my language, just paste it on, husband. Anywho, make sure you use your fingers to get right in between all the tracks and stuff like that. Separate the hair, comb it through, make sure that the bleach is reaching every strand of hair that you want it to reach. Obviously you do not want to be having dark hair in the middle of your lovely blonde hair, you get me? So just make sure you paste it, rub it in with your fingers as much as you can, like I said, separate it and so on and so forth. I hope you guys noticed that I've not actually gone right up to the top of this unit, not to the roots anyway. I will do, but just watch, it's coming. So as you can see, I make sure I'm generous with the mixture, and I comb regularly to make sure that it's going through the hair. What I should have done actually, or what you can do in order to make this process a bit more easier, is separate the wig into 2 or 4, or you know, however you like to do it. Sometimes what I do, I just separate the top of the wig from the bottom of the wig, just put it in a bobble or a clip or something, and then I'll do the back, and then once the back's done I'll do the front. But because of the method that I'm using, I just couldn't be asked, because I have to paste it more than once, as you will see as the video goes along. So now I've started to paste it a bit closer to the roots now, and continue to comb it through, make sure it's all distributed evenly, keep combing that shit, you know. And you can do this with any hair, whether you have raw virgin hair or whether you have Remy hair. You can do this as long as the hair is good quality. You know, you have some hairs out there, even though they say that they're human hair and you can't actually colour it. Some of them, especially those of you that like to buy on AliExpress, they will say you can only colour it to a darker colour, which isn't always the case, but they don't really take to bleach as well, and you have to be careful not to fry the hair. So the method that I'm showing you, I want you to notice that I haven't used any foil with this, so always use well, I wouldn't say branded products, but make sure the products that you use are of good quality. Before, I just used to go to the hair supply store and buy any cheap bleach that I saw, as little as $2.99, $3.99, you know, that's for the peroxide, and then another $3.99 for the tub of bleach, you know, so that's really, really cheap. But what I noticed was it was incredibly harsh on the hair. The hair would have a lot of breakage, the hair would dry out. Even if I was to put conditioner into the mixture, it would dry out. So I changed to Wella, hearing so much about Wella, and I must say, as much as it's pricey, depending on your budget, Wella can be really pricey, but it's well worth it because the product is quality. You get me? I have no complaints since using Wella, and I only started using Wella about a month ago, but the product is really, really good quality. So I'd advise you to use a good quality product so that you don't dry out the hair too much. You know, just bleaching the hair alone, it's damaging the hair. You're stripping it of all its nutrients. You don't want to cause extra damage as well, you know. So I do recommend this product. As you can see, just continue to paste it. I've separated the hair a bit more now and paste it. So the method is, for those of you that might not be catching on to what I've done, like I said, I did not use any foil. I don't want to use any form of heat on the hair, because peroxide, then heat is just damage. You know, we don't want the damage. So the quality product that I have, as you see, started to work really, really quickly. Just from pasting it on the hair, just started to turn brown within a few minutes, or seconds, should I say. So that's what we're doing. So as I continue to paste and paste, I actually ran out of product and had to go back and mix it again, the exact same mixture that I showed you before. So when you notice that the mixture on the hair isn't warm, because whether you're using foil or not, this product is something that tends to heat up by itself, obviously, to process. So you might be running your fingers through it and feel a little slight heat, nothing major. So once you see that, okay, it's foaming and it's not warm anymore, or it looks like it's stopped processing, for those of you that know when the hair has stopped processing, then that's when you go in with the mixture for the second time and just paste it right up on top of the old mixture. As you see, I did not wash the hair out, I just repasted the hair and started the process again. This method is really, really good. It's less time consuming as well, and like I said, depending on the product, to me it's less damaging anyway. I've tried the method which a lot of us YouTubers do, and it's a matter of you bleach the hair, you use the strongest peroxide, use the best powder you can buy, and then you bleach the hair, you leave it, you wrap it in foil, wash it out, then you have to blow dry it or leave it to dry naturally, and then you come back to it. That method can take days, you know, depending on how much time you have on your hands. Obviously, I'm a busy woman, so I don't have that much time, so it can take really, really long to do that. Plus, it's just extra damage to the hair, and you've got some YouTubers that are honest with you and tell you straight that, look, doing it this way causes serious damage. But the way I'm showing you is less damage, less hackling to the hair, you know, it's less stressful to the weave, and you really want to be keeping your weave for as long as possible, whether it's cheap or not, you know. So this method is the method that I recommend. So as you can see, I've lifted up the hair now, because the back of the hair wasn't really that important to me, so I tend to do that last, and I'm just slapping it all on there, slap it right up in there, and continue to paste. If you can see there, I tend to package my hair one way, so even though I'm pasting all of this stuff on, I try keep all the hair clumped together, and this is just to form the heat. Like I said, I don't want to use foil and generate that, or the artificial heat, should I say, where it's just going to get too hot. Some people even burn it. Sometimes it can even set on fire. That's never happened to me, but I know somebody that it did happen to. So as you see, I'm still combing through. You can see the color of the hair already. It's getting blonde. It's getting blonde. Make sure I just empty out that bowl. Slap. Keep pasting. Generous amounts, paste it in. Make sure you get under there. Remember, don't do the roots if you want your roots to still just remain perfectly dark. Otherwise, if you want your whole wig this blonde color, then, as you know, just paste it all over the wig. I should have actually said though, because like I said, it's my own wig, so I just do what the hell I want to do with it. When it's a client's wig, I can't possibly deal with it this way, not exactly the same anyway. So one thing I will tell you is that when it comes to combing the hair, whether it's got this peroxide in it or even if it's just wet, you are supposed to comb from the tip to the root. You shouldn't really be combing from the root to the tip. That can cause breakage on the hair when it's got a product in it like this, or like I said, even when it's wet. So that's my recommendation. Comb from the tip to the root. Don't do what I did and do root to tip. I was rushing, so, and like I said, at this point I didn't really care. Just doing it my way. So we're still pasting that stuff on. Separate it as you go with your thumb. Just, you know, use your fingers to get in between so all the strands get a bit of bleach on there. Don't forget to do underneath the hair as well as on top of the hair, otherwise the underneath will be dark. If you want it more blonde than what I'm actually achieving in this video, remember my mixture was 4 scoops of powder to 4 scoops of peroxide. Now, I actually didn't think it would take more than that, but yeah, it did. So you can do 8 scoops of peroxide, 8 scoops of powder for your first wig, depending on how many bundles you have in your wig, just to kind of speed up the process a little bit, and paste it all on. Like I said, the more you put on to the hair, the faster it processes and the lighter it will actually become. I wasn't actually trying to achieve a 613 blonde here. I know how to achieve that, but this is not what I'm showing you. I'm showing you how to quickly get to a color 27. I would say it's a color 27, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say it's roughly a color 27, sorry. As you can see now, I'm just doing a few finishing touches, making sure all the places I want to be blonde actually have the peroxide on it. Make sure I'm smoothing it in. I actually don't mind if the roots at the back are black, because obviously, like I said, I was going for this ombre type of tone anyway. So the main parts I want to be blonde are the long ends. The roots I don't want to be too blonde. Like I said, when I'm pasting the bleach onto the hair, I do try and pack everything to one side. Just pack everything into one bundle, paste it all down. That way the hair will be able to generate its own heat with the peroxide. I won't need to add anything. I'm not going to put a plastic bag over it. I'm not going to put any foil on it, nothing. I just want it to generate its own heat. So now I'm going in with the brush to paste towards the roots where I would want lightening. Not necessarily blonding, but I would want it a slightly lighter shade, but not as light as the rest of the hair. doing it this way though, towards the top, depending on your preference, some people will say it's brassy, some people actually want that copper color. Me personally, I like the copper color depending on the type of look I'm going for. If I'm just trying to do a clean blonde, then obviously I'll get rid of the copper color, but like I said, I wanted this ombre look, but you will see towards the end anyway. So this is the results after the second batch of mixture going in. It's just getting light really quickly. Keep it pasted, keep rubbing that stuff in, making sure that the whole hair is saturated. So I'm now going to take the hair and wash it. I don't show it being washed. So this is the hair once I've washed it, and they're the products that I use. I actually ran out of shampoo, but that was the brand of shampoo that I used. And treseme conditioner. Treseme is just the best for me. If they had the purple shampoo, I would have used that as well. So this is the colour of blonde that it is now. Absolutely beautiful. This is just what I wanted. See all those tones? This is just what I wanted. So I'm gonna go in with the hairdryer from Babylis, and I'm gonna dry that shit right up. Damn, this part takes a bit of time. Even with a good hairdryer, it took a bit of time. But after this, I'm gonna go in and tone the hair. But let me just mention it now that you can actually put toner onto damp hair. So like I've washed the hair and I'm blow drying it, you can just wash it and towel dry it, and then you can apply your toner depending on the type of toner that you're going to use. So I didn't use an official toner because I'd already washed the hair with purple shampoo. So after this part, after it's dry and everything, I'm going to go in there with Wella Kolsten hair color, and I will mix it with the 12% peroxide and paste that on instead. That's how I wanted to tone this hair at this point. Now I am going in with the hair color. So it's up to you. You can either use a hair color to even out or neaten up the bits that you don't want, or you can just use a purple shampoo, or you can buy the Wella toner, which I actually haven't used before, that T18 whatever stuff. I haven't actually used it because purple shampoo seems to do the job, or I will use an Adore range or something. So yeah, 12% with the Kolsten color. So I put the whole tube of color into the bowl, and then I first put 1 scoop of peroxide. Mix everything together, make sure it's all mixed thoroughly, and you can either use your hand or use the brush to paste it on. I went back in and put another scoop of peroxide just to loosen it up. And here it is. At this point, I have washed out all of the hair color. So, you know, it looks a little bit lighter to me. Some people will say it's not really changed much, but I can see the difference. What I did though, I don't know if I show it, but what I did is I used 2 different hair colors that are very similar. They both come from the same range, Rich Naturals by Wella. I think one was shade color 10 or something. I think I show it. And then, hold on. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so these are the 2 hair colors that I eventually used in the end. 9/31. That's the color. and 10/16. Yeah, so as much as they have different numbers, when I used it, it actually kind of gave the same effect. You will see that once the hair is blow dried and everything like that, that they're actually the same. What I should have really done is mix the two into the bowl together. I like to do that, mix the two different shades into the bowl together and see how it comes out. But this is the blonde I'm looking for anyway, so I don't really have any complaints there. But like I said, you don't have to do this part. You can just rinse it out with purple shampoo, or you can soak it in purple shampoo for less than 5 minutes and Bob's your uncle. But when it comes to toning with purple shampoo, it's more if you're looking for a really white blonde, and that's not what I'm looking for here. So now the hair has been blowed out. Oh my god, do you not just love it? Just look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Ah, this is so me. It's got Sierra written all over it. Hey, you get me? And I just love when hair has been blown out. Like, I just love that texture. I love the feel of it. It's just luxurious. Obviously, the hair that I use is very good quality. A lot of hairs, when you finish with it, are not going to look like this. Just look at the body. Just look at that. Just look at... great stuff. So I'm going to start straightening the hair now. Now, the hair straightener that I'm using isn't what you would say top of the pops, you know. It's, is it Revlon or Remington, one of those. I'll write it in the description box anyway. But I bought this straightener because it said it was good for long hair, which I think they lied, but it still straightens really, 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 really well. Now, there's no point showing everything how I straightened it. Put that in it and good to go. And this is the finished product. And ta-da! Here I am. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you really enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and follow me on all social media.